Good morning, Range Pharaoh. How's it going? What's up? So I'm going to review 5 hands of stud from yesterday. A bunch of them are similar, but I need to get these down to being routine so I don't have to think about it when it happens. So this hand here, I have ace 5-3. Made a bit of a loose call, I guess. Checks to me. And this is about 6th street, so here it doesn't matter too much. Checks, bets, I called. 5th street, while I'd like to raise, I can't get it heads up, so I just call. Gets heads up anyway. So 6th street here. So basically a flush draw facing a likely trips. What is my equity here? Five, 7, Jack, 9. And then dead cards. A lot of dead cards. I don't know if it's going to be able to support this many. 10 of them. I'm curious. So, and then we'll just give him 2 random cards to go with. I wonder if the program works just like this. Looks like it does. But it's different. It's ever so slightly different, which is kind of strange. Like, what is it plugging in that's different between star, star, and nothing? Syntax help, completely random hand. Well, in any case, it's pretty close. So, against a random hand, I need 85 divided by 15, so like 6-ish to 1. Wow, can't even talk. So 5.6 to 1, and I'm getting certainly more than that. 9 to 1 almost. Or no, math. 6 to 1. 7 to 1. Almost 7 to 1, and I need almost 6 to 1, so I'm getting a bit of odds. So that's interesting. So it is a call, and I did call, so I got it right. But it's counterintuitive, that's for sure. Okay. There's gonna be a couple more of these, I think. So 3 dead of a suit, right. So I was wondering if there's, let's put up an opening situation. So let's say I'm suited and there's 3 of my suit dead. Am I supposed to play this 3 suited hand? Because I couldn't remember because I'm rusty. The answer is no, you should probably not play. If there's 2 dead of your suit or less, it's fine. And then the next hand, 5 of clubs. With ace king 7, so here's an example of a suited hand. With 1 dead club only. So ante is over here, or sorry, the bring-in's over here. It's raised, called, we call. bring in calls. So there's 2 cents more in the pot. Check to the raiser who bets, call, and that easy check raise here with a 4 flush. And while we're here we can check and see the equity for fun, since we see a lot of hands. See how good our equity really is. And dead cards. Just thought of a band I want to listen to. I'm gonna add that to the playlist. Corrupted, so good. So dead cards, 3 of hearts also. So what is our equity? Oh, there's a mistake. Oh. I'm actually missing a player here. 3 clubs, 8 of spades. So we're 5 ways and I have crazy 45% equity, so yeah, easy check raise. At least in this exact spot. Check, 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 bet, raise, call, call, call. Right, so this guy folds. So with the actual calls we have 46% equity, 4 ways, so even better. 5th street, we bet, we can plug everything in and see how good our equity is again. So 6 diamonds. So now somebody has 2 pair. So we still have 36% equity 4 ways. As long as everybody calls, that is. So somebody dumps Queen of Diamonds. So our equity 3 ways, 36%, so we barely have positive equity. But we do have positive equity, and we got this guy to fold, so it's a good result. And now this is where the question arises. Once again, an opponent had trips showing, and he bets, and am I supposed to draw to the flush? So the other spot was less awkward, I think, in that this guy is a passive player, so he could have a full house here, and he did have a full house. But let's say he doesn't have a full house. Obviously if he has a full house we're drawing dead, so that's really bad. And we need to take that into account, but on average I'm not sure that they do have a full house. So we'll give him something else here like the ace. So if they don't have a full house, we have 22% equity, we need like 5 to 1 or something, and we're getting way more than that, we're getting 10 to 1. So we're basically always going to have odds to draw to a flush against trips, unless we think they have a full house. It all hinges on the likelihood of them having a full house. I wonder if I folded here. I did not. So I guess it'll be touch and go. I'll have to, if I suspect that somebody has a full house, I'll have to eject. But if they're the kind of player that would just bet here, playing their board, I'll have to call. So the more passive the player, the more I should tend to fold. And this guy wasn't that passive from what I recall, so that's why I called, if I remember it. And I whiffed. But yeah. Make a note of the principal there, facing open trips. They don't have a full house. Call even heads up. But the more passive the player, then more likely the full house. I'm drawing dead. Next hand, Queen of Hearts on 4th Street. I'm just reminded of yesterday's Poofle Hour stream. It was such a good stream, holy fuck. Unique one. Starts off with the YouTube videos and shit. So good. Queen, 10, 10, king. I think this is the hand, yeah. So here, not sure. So 4th Street is what I want to know about against aces. So bring-ins over here. Spazzy raises, I re-raise, and then he re-raises. Actually, the bet sizes are wrong here. So he should be raising to 4 cents. I re-raise to 8, so there's 4 cents missing in the pot. Yeah, man. So good. Like I've been watching her for a while now, right? And you come to know what to expect. Yesterday blew that out of the water. Still can never really know what to expect. It starts all fucking innocent. Let's just watch some language videos. It became so good. Tons of good clips out of it. So he bets, and yeah, so if I know he has aces here, surely I should be continuing. But let's see. It's possible I'm not. King club, 10 club, 10 diamond, Queen heart. And then kind of want to ignore the dead cards to not interfere. And let's say it's an aggressive player who's going to just bet the whole way. So 2 to 1. So right now there's 4 cents more in the pot. So 34, 38. So 38 to 4. 46 to 12. 54 to 20. And then for showdown. So 54 to 20 to get to the showdown. And then 62 to 28 to call. Really, those are better odds than I was expecting. Let's just make sure I'm doing it right. So 34. 5th is 42. 50. 58 to 28. Interesting. So to see a showdown, I'm getting 2 to 1 against an aggressive opponent. And I only need 1.75 to 1 odds. So it is correct to call down, or at least get the 7th street. To try and hit 2 pair. Yeah, I mean I don't need to pay the 7th street anyway, so it's better than that. It's so 30, or 34, 38, 46, 54 to 20 is what I'm actually getting. 54 to 20. So I'm getting 2.7 to 1 and I need to be 1.75 to 1. So I should just be calling all the way to 7th Street. Interesting. So definitely doing that wrong. What if he hits a 7 though? Like on 5th Street it's different, because if I know he has aces then I'm drawing dead. Almost dead. 3 clubs. So on 5th Street I still don't have that bad of equity. So like at this point the pot is 42, 50, So I'll be getting 58 to 16 to get to the showdown. Or to get to 7th Street. So 3.6 to 1. Needing 6 to 1. So yeah, once we know he has 2 pair, we're pretty much drawing dead, so we would fold. So I guess I did it right if I know he has aces. Call 4th, but what I didn't know is that I should just be calling the whole way when behind. Which is a principle that I read about recently anyway. Generally it's worth it, you should continue all the way. By default anyway, there's obviously reasons to fold and stuff. Like when he gets 2 pair here. Can't win really. And then I have one last hand to review. Seven of clubs on 4th Street. So here I'm gonna bring in, I guess it limps to me? No, it raises, right. So first of all I want to check out 3rd Street and see if my re-raise is correct here. So 5 spade, 3 diamond, 5 club against star star queen diamond. So if he's raising 100%, which he probably isn't, but it's going to be a close enough approximation. So I am ahead of his range if he's raising 100%, so re-raise is correct, so that's nice. Good to know. He calls and then he hits a queen, so yeah, hand is over when that happens. Can't beat his hand on board, although if he has just a random queen, it's possible that I should be continuing here. Hold on a second. Drawing to 2 pair. So let's see. Seven clubs and queen of clubs. We'll ignore dead cards for this one. So actually I am supposed to continue, looks like. Even with an open pair of queens. As long as he's not likely to have the queens. So he's not very unlikely to have trip queens here. So if he's stealing 100%, I should be calling all the way. To see the 7th Street and see if I improve. Well, that's interesting. So I feel like I'm finding some spots to continue that I wasn't continuing with, and that'll increase my showdown, went to showdown, which is very low, or at least somewhat low, compared to other players. So that's good. So basically heads up situations with a pair continue, rather than give up the pot. Nice, nice. Alright, that's it for the reviews. I'm going to turn off and turn on the stream and switch to poker. So I'll be back shortly, 5 minutes at most. Working on getting quicker at switching over. Thanks for hanging out. I'll be back in a bit.